Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Mark Roden, and today we got a mod that I've been wanting to do for the longest time. We are installing a duckbill on my 350Z. Let's go, baby. We got Zach and Chris and Ben coming down to work on Ben's car. Ben got a Civic and he's gonna raise it or something. I don't know what they're doing, but for me, we're putting the duckbill on the 350Z. Now, it is Super Bowl Sunday, so hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself. Hopefully you guys are eating some good foods. And yeah, we got some work to do, but it ain't gonna take that long, hopefully. So just bear with me on this. Also, we have a couple other mods that I want to install real quick. Not mods, but they're just like little things I want to put in the car. So that's what we're doing today, baby. Let's go. Also, it just snowed last night. I'm not too happy about that, but whatever. Who cares? All right. So at the house, at the shop, I gotta get that snow off. Look at the back of it. It's so bad compared to the front. And look, I got holes in my kicks, right? These are my working shoes. I got holes. You can see my socks right through them. And I gotta step on this snow. Beautiful. Hi, Ben. Ben's got the Civic out. He pulled it up, but we have to get my uncle's Corvette out. So he doesn't have reverse. So he had to pull the Civic so it doesn't have any reverse, but it's fine. The bumper fell off during the process, but it's fine. But yeah, that's the Civic. We got to raise that today so Ben can drive it. Listen to this thing start up, boys. Listen to this bet. You ready? Woo, that thing's loud. That thing's loud. Z time. Yay, Z time, Z time, Z time. Man, boys, I love this car. I can't wait till spring. I can't wait till spring. Anyway, startup time. You can't really hear the exhaust. Ben's Civic made it up fine. My PT Cruiser made it up fine, and now the 4x4 truck is stuck. Makes sense. It's nice though. That is nice trucks. How much did he get it for? How much did he buy it for? 6. Jeez, man, that is such a good deal.
Yeah, it was low mileage.
I know. Oh, it's golden. Did he put? Yeah, Zach got a new truck. So this, long story short, this was Zach's old Civic. He bought it for what, 800 bucks from some dude, and
Story, but basically 900.
basically bought this car for 900. Had a bunch of problems. He fixed it up a little bit, and then sold it to Ben for $50. And now Ben's gonna try and save it. And first step is raising it because it doesn't have an exhaust on it. But now Zach also bought a truck, so now Zach has the truck and the Miata. The lore, the Mark Roden channel lore here it goes deep. There's a lot of moving parts, but I also have a mouse on my hood, so I just let you know. All right. Anyway, main show. Here she is, duckbill. Now here's the thing. This one doesn't have any holes for rivets, which that's fine anyway. I'm gonna 3M tape it. I'm not gonna use rivets. It's got like lines for 3M tape. It looks like it's gonna be so much easier to just 3M tape this, and that's what we're gonna do. But in case y'all don't know, we gotta take this stuff off. We gotta take the spoiler, we gotta take the badges, and that's actually good because then I can take this Nissan badge off, put it on my front bumper, and it's gonna look sick. But yeah, you kind of have to fully commit. If you don't like that rear spoiler, then it's fine. I do kind of like that rear spoiler, so it's gonna hurt to take that off, but that's okay. That's okay. The duckbill will look cooler. And normally you're supposed to use fishing line to like get this off or something that's small, but dude, honestly, just a zip tie, it worked. I got the 3 off, but that's the first step. And then after that, you got to get this little extra residue right there off. But that's the first step, taking the badges and that stock base model spoiler. If you don't have the enthusiast package, you won't have to take this spoiler off, obviously, because you won't have the spoiler, but fortunately you do. So that's what we're doing to get this thing on. And I don't want to drill into my car anyway, because then if like, what if I don't like the duckbill, I want to put this back on. So we're going to use 3M tape. That's Alright, so the badges are off. The 350Z and the Nissan badge are off. Now we gotta get the actual spoiler off itself, but this one's gonna be way harder than the rest. We ended up using a zip tie that was like skinny enough to fit underneath them, but you should be using fishing line. It just is easier that way. Yeah, this one's gonna be difficult. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult, and I still have to get the extra residue off and everything like that and clean it down real quick. But after this comes off, SmoothStance, just gotta line up the spoiler, measure it real quick, put some tape on where you want it to go, and you're set. But for right now, next project is getting the spoiler off. I'm gonna look up some videos on how to take a 350Z spoiler off, and we'll go from there. All right, so we found a new method here, and it's like working. It's eating. It's actually eating. Is this the safest method? Is it going to make your paint?
100%.
Okay, is it going to scratch your car? Probably. That's okay because it's gonna.
Like I said, chipping the paint on the spoiler, but
On the spoiler, yeah. I just hope it's not on the body.
alright, good. There's adhesive.
But this is, if you have fishing line, do it that way. But this does work.
Yeah, we were gonna go Maine to Bass Pro, but they were
We're gonna go down to Mexico. I was gonna catch a flight to France. I heard they had fishing line over there, but unfortunately,
here.
hey, well, sold those on. You can't sell that on YouTube anymore. All right, so the emblems came off easy. Spoilers being a pain. We ended up using this little thing here, putting that hammer in it and just hammering it around to break the adhesive off. And now we realize that there is bolts holding in this spoiler here, and they are right here in this little hole and here in this hole. And then after that, we got some rags under there on each side, so we can just pull it up and pull it off of it. But yeah, I think these are 10 mils. They're right in these holes. And
Now we're gonna just let her eat.
then we're just gonna punch a hole through my back window and call it a day. Yep. Now we're talking. Okay, so that ended up popping off. It's got like 2 clips here, and the bolts. You gotta take off the bolts. But as you can see, the Goombas before me decided not to paint underneath the spoiler. So this is all bare metal. So I can't keep this outside until I put something on to cover this up, so that water isn't going to leak on this, because this will rust. And this is a very bad fit, so it's going to take a while to mount on there correctly, and I don't know what to do now, because I should probably keep that in the sun for a couple days, but then there's a problem with that. It's winter, and so that ain't going to really help it with much. But look at Ben over there with his Civic. I think he's so cool. But this is a problem, so I'm gonna have to probably paint this, to be honest, or something, just to make it so that it can stick right. I have to get all this stupid extra nasty stuff off, to be honest. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But that doesn't fit the best either, so that's kind of obnoxious. It does look cool on there when you like push it on. It looks cool. It's gonna look sick with it on there, but it's gonna be a process because I didn't realize that they would have this not painted. So now I don't know what to do with this. I'm probably gonna have to paint that, to be honest with you guys. Paint it, or maybe wrap it or something. But all I do know is that I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this done today now, which sucks. Which really, really sucks, but hey, what are you gonna do about it? This is the old spoiler, by the way. It's a nice spoiler. I don't know why people, I like that spoiler, to be honest, but that's gonna look cooler once I get it all mounted on there correctly. Yay. One thing I can show you guys, though, is these floor mats. Nismo floor mats, baby. Let's open these puppies up. Let me show y'all what's going on in here. Let me show you. Oh man, these bitches are sexy. And Civic is all running nice again and doing its thing. Alright, so this is the driver's side. I ain't gonna clean that out because I don't care enough. The driver's side is the only one that actually has a little hole that you want to line it up with. It's right. Oh, you can't see anything. 1 second, boys. So anyway, driver's side has that little hole right there, and there's a little thing right there that you want to line it up with. So let me do that real quick. That's the driver's side. Nismo floor mats. I actually might move that over just a tad. But yeah, Nismo floor mats, they looking sick, they looking spicy. I got one for that side too, of course. That side's way easier because you just throw it in there literally. But yeah, we're getting some miles done to the Z. I really want this to line up. I really want to take my time with the wing and get it right. And I did cheap out on it. I'm gonna be honest, this was like a cheap one I'm not even gonna give you guys the link because you don't want it. And it goes so just don't buy the cheap stuff because cheap stuff will kick you in the booty cheeks. Oh crap, I got a bunch of stuff on the ground over here. But yeah, let me do that real quick, and then I'll try to tell you guys what my plans are with the duckbill for today. All right, passenger side's in. Looks nice, looks spiffy. And now to tell you guys, not real Nismo, my plans for back here. To be honest, it's gonna have to stay here today. This is gonna be definitely the end of today's episode. There's something I can really do from here on out. That has to be able to be bendable. I have to let that sit in the sun or at least warm up or something for a little while. And I'm gonna have to wrap that or paint it or something so that this doesn't rust, because it won't cover it up. Where that's gonna sit isn't gonna cover that up, and so it'll rust immediately if I let that happen. So, all right, boys. Sorry, I am freezing, so I have to keep the hoodie up. But that is it for today. Pretty much started the duckbill process. Probably could have gotten the duckbill process done by today if this wasn't an issue, and we have to figure something out with that. Zach was saying that it might just be a clear coat because it is pretty smooth, but you don't know. And either way, I'm gonna have to wrap over it anyway because the spoiler sits like right here, and so all this rest of the silver will be showing, and I don't want that. I have to get all this extra residue off. That'll take only like 20 minutes, so that won't be an issue. And then take that, figure out something with that. And then even mounting the thing up is also going to take a while because it doesn't fit right because it's a cheap one. But don't buy cheap parts. I always buy cheap parts just because I'm a lazy boy furniture store. But don't buy cheap parts because they don't work well. But we also just figured out another problem with the Z, so I'm keeping it inside because it's not starting. It seems like the battery's dead, but I know the battery isn't dead, so I don't really know what's going on with it. We disconnected the battery. This car has always had ECU problems, and I moved the ECU to put the floor mat down there, so I'm worried that moving the ECU caused it to have another wiring issue. Please don't be the case. Hopefully it fixes itself, and next time I come back here it'll start right back up. And it was like really warm out, so all the snow melted yesterday, and then today it was freezing out, and so maybe the battery's just acting up because of that. And I don't drive this car like barely at all, so maybe that's another reason why. It's also pretty low on gas, but it's definitely an electrical issue. But like I turned on my headlights and the headlights just stayed on. Even when I tried turning them off, they wouldn't turn off. And so the thing is freaking giving me so many problems, boys. So many problems. I really hope the O2 sensor having like an issue didn't fry the freaking ECU. I don't know. We're gonna see. But hopefully it fixes itself. But that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And Das Vidania. Have a nice night.